it's being streamed on, okay, guys, it's also being streamed on YouTube. So guys, welcome back. Formally welcome back to the day second of our workshop, 2-day workshop. Yesterday we spoke about quite in detail about what are the mistakes that people do when they are looking for a job and how they can work things right. What are the channels of job search? So we did that basic stuff. And today we will talk a step further. We will cover two main things today. The first thing is going to be related to interview. How do you appear in an interview? What is actually expected from you in an interview? What does interviewer expect from you in an interview? So by these things, if you do not know how to appear in an interview, then probably there is no point in making those efforts and getting that interview arranged. So you have to be very good in an interview, or else all those efforts wherein we keep sharing the profiles, all those things will keep getting wasted. So today's workshop is also going to be very important one. And as I said, it's being aired on YouTube as well. So go through it entirely. Do not miss even a single part of it and start applying. Just give me a sec. Sinam, can you hear me? I could see someone texting me, can't hear me. Sinam, last time also we faced this issue. Just like dial in from any network. No, if you are joining it through your mobile or something, just click on saying that dial in from any network and it would start working. I do remember that last time also we faced this challenge. Just text me once you are up. Meanwhile, I will keep continuing. We already have a YouTube platform, but just check that again, log off and try to log in, and we'll again see how it works. Oh, you can't hear me. Okay, just I'm just texting it, Sinam. Uh, Guys, just give me a sec. Some people are facing issues to hear my voice. Okay, guys, let's proceed. I just texted it. So we will cover those 2 points about how to clear the interview, what all are the expectations, and the second would be about LinkedIn. Um, After that, as we did yesterday, there will be again a session about question and answers. So be a part of that as well. That will really help you. So guys, see, this is how it basically works. We conduct many interviews. We select many people, and at the same time, we reject many people. And let me tell you guys, most of the people get rejected in an interview not because of their skills. Before clearing go and going to the second level wherein they will be interviewed on the skills, they get rejected much before that. You know why this happens? Because of their attitude, their mindset, their ego, or all those things, guys. So basically all these things comes into picture. So if you are a person who are in an interview, and there are many things, people will look at all these factors. If you are not a good team player, if you do not have that positive mindset, then you will not be a good fit for the team. So all these factors are taken into consideration whenever you approach in any of the interviews. So you have to ensure that you fit the bill and you do things right. So we will step by step consider this. And all the questions, guys, people might have asked you, okay, how to answer this particular question, or what will be the question that will be asked in an interview. People talk about these things so many times. So how it happens, guys? So whatever the question interviewer asks, he basically tries to judge you whether you are a good, whether you have a positive mindset, specifically in first interview and your HR round. He tries to judge your mindset, your communication, your mindset, your communication, your level of confidence, whether what type of attitude you carry, or whether you will be a good team player. So he will talk about all these things. He will take into consideration all these things while having any discussion with you. So at the same time, you also have to ensure that you do things right. So there is no need to get much worried about which question will be asked and what will not be asked. Yes, you have to be prepared for it, but do not keep getting worried about this stuff. And whatever we are going to talk now, just ensure that you follow that, and you will be clearing like an interview like very easily. Guys, first thing, okay, we will break this into two aspects. First, we will talk about psychological aspect, and second, we will talk about physical appearance and personality, that related aspect. Guys, whenever it comes to psychology, the first thing that a person should have in him is a good level of confidence. Once you showcase that confidence, then a person will, because if you don't have confidence, you just can't do anything. You can't work, you can't talk with your family, you can't talk with your team, you can't talk, you can't gel with your team, so you can't even talk in the meeting. So confidence is the first thing that a person should have. So how do you work on this? Guys, there are again two things here. If you are a fresher, if you do not have habit of giving an interview, then you will be a bit worried. That nervousness is equal to worried. So you will be getting worried because of the nervousness. Everyone gets nervous if they have to do something for the first time. If I am here conducting a webinar, if I am doing something for the first time, I would be somewhat nervous. But now I have been doing it so many times, so I feel confident about it. So that nervousness, guys, you have to kill that nervousness before stepping in an interview, whether it's a online video interview or you are physically appearing in a conference room for a meeting or interview. You have to kill the nervousness. How you do that, guys? What generally happens is, before you enter in an interview, before the interview starts, the primary question that runs in the mind of a fresher is how the interview is going to be. This is the primary question, and they keep thinking about it, and by just thinking about these things, they get starts feeling nervousness. Start feeling nervousness, and when they actually appear for an interview, they feel not confidence, and the signs of nervousness are already there in their body language. So as soon as recruiter catches it, he gets an understanding that, okay, this person is nervous. Okay, so you do not have to be nervous. So what you do then? So before appearing in an interview, instead of thinking, just tweak this thinking. Okay, instead of thinking how the interview is going to be, just think that this interview is going to be one of the best interviews, and you will crack the interview. Just have this mindset. Do not think anything beyond that. And as soon as you do this, as soon as you change this mindset, you will automatically calm your nerves. Just take a breathe, just breathe normally, just enter, because the person whom you will be speaking to you is not an alien. He is also a person. You are a college person. You have studied in college, so you have interacted with your professors. This person is also same. Just the thing is, he will be interviewing you, so you will have to be a bit more formal to him. And once that thing happens, then automatically that confidence will be good. Okay. And another thing is, guys, whenever you go in an interview, right, as soon as you start speaking, if you realize that if you hit first two sentences in a right manner, then automatically the tone of entire interview sets in. और इंटरव्यू उसके बाद ऑटोमेटिकली बढ़िया होना शुरू हो जाता है. Okay, so keep this in mind. And second reason why a person feels lack of confidence is that lack of preparation. If you are appearing for an interview, if you are not prepared for it, if you do not know what to talk in an interview, if you do not tentatively know what the questions will be asked, if you have experience, and if you do not know what you have already worked on, what's there in your resume, if you are not prepared for these things, right, then you will fumble. Your conscience will tell you you are not prepared for it. You are not prepared for all this stuff. So whenever the discussion starts happening, you will automatically feel nervousness. This time, this nervousness will not be an outcome of speaking for the first time. It will be an outcome of lack of preparation. So before appearing any interview, prepare well. Know your resume, what you have updated in your resume, what you have worked. If you are a fresher, have you done any internship? What all things you have done in that internship? Have you gone through some trainings? What all things have you been to in those particular trainings? If you are experienced, the detailed job description, what was your detailed profile, what you did, which company, your year of passing. Just go through it once. There is no need to mug up things, because if you mug up things, it won't be again good. We will talk about that thing in further communication while we proceed further. So if you are aware about all these things, then you will be like, it would be a good discussion. It would be a good discussion, and interview will go very good, and your confidence will automatically roll into your interview, and the interviewer will feel like to take you in his team. Or if it's a HR first round, he will say that, okay, this person is really good, let's pass on him for some other discussion. So very important thing, guys. And do not think about what others will think. One of the reasons why people feel underconfident is, as soon as you start feeling what others will think, as soon as you start expecting acknowledgement about what you are saying, whether it's right, whether it's wrong, how am I looking, or what I'm saying, is it right, then again you feel somewhat less confident. So do not look for approvals from here and there. Have confidence, do preparation, have the right mindset, and just appear, just go ahead, and automatically things will work good for you. ठीक है? So guys, confidence के बाद, guys, make a note of it. This thing will be there on YouTube as well. But as soon as you start making notes, right, it would be again tracked and get captured in your mind as well, because you are writing something. So it automatically helps you. So point number two है confidence के बाद जो है communication is there. Because communication, people misunderstand communication with speaking good English. Because we have, I was conducting an interview while I was working with Genpact. Okay, I saw a person. He was a fluent speaker. He was speaking very fluent in English. No, but when I started having an interaction with him, a discussion with him, I realized that that person is not a good listener. That person was not ready to listen what an interviewer was speaking. He was just jumping to conclusions. He was just running through his answers, and that is a sign of not good communication. So, what do you understand from this? Speaking good English is good, it's a part of communication. You should know how to speak. But at the same time, there are many other aspects to it. Like, you have to be a good listener. If you are not being a good listener, if you are just rushing yourself, rushing in an interview, then the interviewer, you will not actually not allow him to complete his sentence. You will look that you are energetic, more arrogant, because you are not ready to listen to others. And if before letting the interview complete, if you go ahead and say something wrong, then it will give a feeling that, okay, this person is somewhat foolish if your answer turns out to be wrong. So be a good listener. Be a good listener. Listen to what speaker is saying, interviewer is saying. Understand his question. Take a pause if you want. Process the information, and then think about how will you answer that. Then then comes the stage when you actually speak, and before speaking, you actually should frame it about how you should talk. This entire process is communication, guys. It's not only about talking, it's about understanding. It's about, first of all, it's about understanding, it's listening, then interpreting, then understanding what someone is saying, then thinking response of it, and then putting all these things into proper words so that people understand it. And once this thing happens, you turn automatically, the discussions will no longer be a pit pat session wherein you say something and someone responds something, answers something. It would automatically take a shape of a discussion. So that is how it is. Interviewers, the interviews which goes good, and the people who get selected, the interviews actually happens in the form of discussions and not a question and answer session. So point number two, communication. Let's work toward all these things. And yes, if you are worried, if you really don't know about the language that you will be asked in an interview, do not get very much worried. Start preparing towards it. Guys, what exactly happens if you get worried and if you do not prepare for it, then nothing, there is not the solution. You have to start preparing for anything that you do not know. How do you prepare for communicating in English? That's the common mistake that they do is they learn vocabulary, they try to learn new things, and when the actual thing happens, they try to fix this words in their own sentence. Okay, they try to fix these words in their own sentence, and if they do this, the sentence formation that somewhat gets affected. So read as much as you can. Okay, read as much as you can, and once you read, your vocabulary will also increase. At the same time, you would know how the sentences are formed, and that would be helpful for you. So read as much as you can. That is one thing. Another thing is, watch the videos which are there with subtitles. By doing this, you would understand how a person speaks. At the same time, you would have the subtitles to correlate to what a person is speaking. Uske baad, guys, see if there is any podcast or any audiobook or any good thing which will enhance your personality. Do that, and all these things will automatically reflect in your personality. Your communication will increasing, and the most important thing is, once you prepare, while you prepare, start communicating with your friends in English. You will feel lack of confidence, but speaking is the only thing how you can improve your English. After doing all these basics right, you spend half an hour or 45 minutes on all these things. There are many apps, there are many sites which can help you to work on this to get grammatically correct. And yes, by doing this, it would be helpful for you. Your English will automatically improve. And don't worry if your English is not that fluent. Just give me a sec, guys. Just give me a sec. Just let it sink. Just give me a minute. Just let it sink. Okay, guys. Chalo. We'll proceed. So that is how you prepare about your communication. And don't no need to worry, guys. If you are, until and unless you are applying for a job wherein you have to daily interact with clients, or you have to be lead the meetings, or you are in a customer service support wherein you have to interact with clients daily, only in those cases you need to have fluent English. If you are working as a developer, if you are working as a mechanical engineer, if you're working as a civil engineer, and if not much interaction is required with clients, English interaction, then it's fine. As long as you can speak your heart out, as long as you can communicate, if the speaker is in a position to understand you, then it's well and good. That is what it is, guys. So do not worry too much about it. And if you lack in communication in specific language of the interview, start working towards it. That is how it happens. Not knowing English is another reason why people feel less confident. It's all messy things. Do not get into all that thing. Okay, so confidence हो गया. Confidence के बाद communication हो गया. Guys, the third thing is commitment. As if you are appearing in an interview, the main and the most important thing that interviewer seeks in you is commitment. How committed you are, whether you are committed. What does this mean? If you are selected in an organization, for how long you work, will you stick to the organization? And why this happens is that if you join a company, initial phase would be somewhat like knowledge sharing test, or a phase or learning phase. This is what it will be. And once this in this particular phase, the company will invest in you. They will invest your time, their time. They will bring in trainers, they will train you for that. So basically they are investing in you. And this phase would be like 2 to 3 months learning phase. Then it would be like a phase wherein you will actually hit the floor. Then you will start performing. So this is the phase. So initial में company जो होती है, तो वहाँ पे invest करती है. And once that they invest, then on you will still keep getting salary, right? So उसके बाद जो है, you have to repay in the sense salary repay नहीं करना है. Whatever you have learned, you have to perform. You have to perform, and you have to stick to the company for a longer time. That is what commitment is. There is no point in joining the company, taking the training, and just moving on and switching to another company. So the recruiters are very particular while having an interview with you. The recruiters, the managers, the ops round people, they are very particular. They ensure that the person whom they select, he should be a person, he should stick to organization for a longer time. Okay, so यहाँ पर है commitment. They will, how will they judge you on that? They will ask you number of questions. If you are a fresher, he will ask you, what if you get another offer? Will you still join us? What if you join us and then you will get another offer? Will you move on to that company? Oh, are you planning for higher studies? Will you go abroad? There are so many things, guys. You have to ensure that whatever you answer them, your answer to should give them the feeling that yes, you will stick to this company for a longer time. It is only then they will offer you. The movement you make them feel, your movement they feel that this person is not going to stick, then they will not offer you. There are many people who are there along with you in the same batch waiting for the interview, and they will get selected. As simple as that. So all these things, wherever you answer about all these things, you have to ensure that if you are talking about higher education, if you are moving abroad, then there is no point for working with the company here back in India. If you are moving abroad, it means that you won't be in a position to stick to work with the company. Look for the options, short-term options, internships देखो, short-term projects देखो, contract basis पे projects देखो, join for that. It would be good for you, it would be good for the company. Okay, so and see how you answer these things. If you go ahead and say that yes, I'm planning to go abroad, I just want to work with the company for a while, then automatically he will say, okay, we will get back to you, or he will say that okay, recruiter will get back to you, and he will reject you then and there itself. That is how it happens. Okay, so first of all, confident रहो. उसके बाद communication अच्छा रखो. उसके बाद committed रहो. Plus along with that, you need to have that attitude. You need to have that positive mindset. Okay, if you do not have that attitude, then you will again be not get selected. What attitude I am talking about? As if you are selected in a company, you will not work as an individual. You will have to work as a team player. सही है? Because you will work in an interview. You will work in a team. If you are a developer, there will be a tester working with you. There will be a manager working with you. There will be other developers working with you. You will work with your seniors. You will work with your juniors. So there are so many things with whom you will work, right? So automatically you have to be a good team player. If you're not a good team player, it means that you do not have that attitude. So you have to be, first of all, be a good team player. Be a good team player, and that would automatically help you in give you an upper hand in an interview and at your work as well. Because if you're not a good team player, you may look at arrogant sometimes. You may not stick with the team, and ultimately the team will suffer, because team proceeds, it goes ahead, it flourishes only when all the members work together. Just one member working, the others are not happening, you have to help them, you have to extend your support to them. Okay, plus another thing is, tough times will happen. It is not that, it is life. In life also tough time happen. Similarly in job also you will face many challenges. So what is expected? If you are a person having that positive energy, positive vibes, and if you have that attitude, okay, we can do it, then automatically you will spread that energy within your team as well. That calmness, that energy, that positive attitude, and that is what is required from you. If you are a fresher, that is required. If you are experienced, that is required. Many important things, guys, and these things will be judged much before you join the company. There is reason why experts are there. Say you are not interviewed by a random person, right? The people who interview, they have been interviewing many people, they are experts in that. The way they ask questions to you, whatever you reply, they will assume, they will judge you on the basis of that, and they will understand what type of personality are you, what type of, whether you will work with the team for the long term, whether you will be a good team player, what type of feedback you carry. All these things will be just judged, that you will be evaluated on all these things. So be a good person, have positive attitude, as be sensible. Okay, be sensible, be flexible if required. You know how it happens. Yesterday we spoke, you might have understood that how it happens in a campus interview, right? You get selected in a company, then you get placed at other locations. If you are saying no and you don't want to relocate to other location, then you will not be get selected, right? So that slight flexibility if required. And if you actually have a genuine concern, then do not apply for that specific job. And after joining a company, if some genuine concern arises, then speak to the HR or speak to the person, but that should not actually happen. Okay, because they will also be like in a sticky situation. So flexibility, the point I'm trying to make is flexibility. If you are selected, some flexibility in terms of the location, some flexibility in terms of the skill set if required. As many times it happens that if you are selected as an experienced person, which companies are big, they have many projects, they have many skill sets, people with different skill sets work with them. If you are a civil engineer, a civil engineer can do many things, like from designing to site visit. And if you are working in a big civil engineering firm, they will have all these opportunities. If you are mechanical engineer also has many things. They have designing, they have groundwork, they work with the team, they supervise, they do all these things. So what happens is that if you are into IT, if you are a developer, then they too have many things. For example, if you are into Java, or if you are into Unix, okay, for example, if you are into Unix, then generally these requirements comes with the PL SQL knowledge and all these knowledge. They may tell you that okay, you are a Unix administrator or you are a Unix person, but we have this particular requirement. It's a combination of Unix and PL SQL, whether it's going to be possible for you to work. Then that slight flexibility should be there, because anyways they are telling you that Unix is also there and that other skill set is also there. You get something to learn more. Do not be adamant. And yes, do not randomly switch to other skill set, because planning and making your career for one skill set is the key. Do not just randomly work here and there. So make one skill set as your primary skill set, and there would be some flavors around it. Keep learning those flavors, that would help you to grow. So flexibility ho gaya. Have clarity. You should know what you want in your life. You should know what your goals are. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for these basic questions. What is your goal? Introduce yourself. What do you want to be in next 3 years? And the answer, whatever you give, I'm not telling you the direct answers, but whatever you answer, the interviewer will feel that ये बंदा कॉन्फिडेंट है, इसका कम्युनिकेशन अच्छा है, ये बंदा सेंसिबल है, इसको थॉट्स की क्लैरिटी है, he is going to be a good team player, he will work with us and he will be a good performer. As soon as the interviewer feels that, then it's half work done for you. दो राउंड्स में ये चीजें होती है. एक तो फर्स्ट राउंड में जनरली उन लोग इतनी ग्रिलिंग नहीं करते हैं, बट जब ऑप्स राउंड होता है आफ्टर यू क्लियर द टेक्निकल इंटरव्यू, अगर फर्स्ट राउंड में अगर उन लोग समझ गए कि ये बंदा सही नहीं है, तो यू वोंट इवन रीच द टेक्निकल इंटरव्यू. और इफ यू रीच द टेक्निकल इंटरव्यू, देन उसके बाद इफ यू क्लियर दैट इंटरव्यू, देन फर्दर राउंड कम्स. कभी एचआर वाले लोग ग्रिल करते हैं बिफोर नेगोशिएटिंग फॉर सैलरी एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ, और कभी कभी जो है इन लोग ग्रिल करते हैं. मैनेजर्स जो है दे स्पीक टू यू, those managers in whose team you will join. Okay, and now we covered these aspects. Clarity हो गया, team player हो गया, positive attitude हो गया, team sensible approach हो गया, communication हो गया, commitment हो गया, ये सब चीजें. And be engaging discussions. Learn करके मत जाओ. Do not learn things. Just be prepared for it. Be prepared for answers. Do not learn it और automatically उस पे बात करना शुरू करो. Set it like a discussions. Okay. There's another important thing is, whenever I interview you something, right? ये generally होता है. You should know what you have written in your resume. You should know exactly what you have written in your resume, and you should be in a position to talk about it. The people will ask you to take me through your resume, or can you just tell me about your profile. You should be in a position to say what exactly is written in your resume. Exactly, not word wise. Do not pit pat. Do not pit pat, because as soon as you just pit pat and start speaking, the interviewer will understand this person has actually learned what is there written in his resume. He is not speaking truth. Because if you are an experienced person, if you have updated some years of experience in your resume, that should automatically reflect in your approach. जब आप 2 साल एक कंपनी में काम करते हो, so you know automatically how to talk with the people, how to dress. You already know all these things. So whatever is there in your resume, you should know what is there, the dates in your last organization, the leaving of that date, the joining of the current date, and what you have done in those organizations. And you should know about how to put these things into words while talking. अगर we reject many people approach us, and we reject many people because it takes no time for us to understand whether the person who is appearing for an interview, is it a true profile or is it a fake profile. How do we make difference? If you are appearing for 2 years of experience, you have to act as 2 years of experience. Your profile may look at 2 years of experience. If you are not, yeah, way of expressing, that's right, Akila. You should know how to express yourself. अगर you are saying 2 years का है तो 2 years जैसी बात भी करना चाहिए. This is just a verbal part of it. Another thing is, if you are claiming 2 years of experience, then you should know the scenarios that happens at work. People may ask you, HR recruiter or HR round, or your company, your technical round, they may ask you a question about what are the challenges that you faced in your last organization. Can you just tell some tough situation which you faced earlier, and how did you overcome that? If it's into technical, can you just do some technical part? Can you just work on this particular thing and to tell me how would you solve this? So how will you answer that? You have to prepare well. If you are genuine, then you can prepare well and no one will catch you because you're already genuine. But basically, if you do not know what is there in your resume, if your resume is not not working hand in hand with how you are talking, then you will get rejected. As long as people understand this, as long as people catch these things, you will get rejected. At the same time, uh, there are many people who do not catch fake experiences as well, but there is something known as background verification. As if a people get caught in that, then they may again get rejected. They may again, if after joining as well, they may be out. And I've also seen cases wherein background verification, if it's a dubious, if it's doubtful, and if person has automatically started working, then on those grounds, assuming that it's a doubtful verification, but if a person is working, if it's not green but it's amber or something, then also people go ahead with that. So the whole point is, you should be a good person, you should know what's there in your resume, and you should be capable of accomplishing and performing all those tasks that's mentioned in your resume. So be genuine, guys. अगर फेक होंगे तो आप पकड़े ही जाओगे. अगर आपके resume में क्या है, if you are not able to express that, you will be caught. Okay, so guys, ये हो गया psychological aspect and some of the important things that we covered. This thing is also being aired on YouTube, just for your reference. So if you want to go through it once again, go through it once again. और before proceeding, right, एक 10 मिनट की बात करते हैं about फिजिकल एस्पेक्ट्स, पर्सनालिटी के बारे में. फॉर्मल, बी फॉर्मल. द रीजन व्हाई आई एम आस्किंग यू टू बी फॉर्मल इज, जब भी आप कंपनीज में जाते हो, दे हैव क्लाइंट इंटरैक्शंस, एंड द बेस्ट थिंग इज टू बी इनफॉर्मल. Because for example, if there are 10 projects in your company, 10 projects of 5 different clients, then what will happen is there will be client visit. So to be on a safer side, be formal. Companies, they allow you to wear informals on Saturdays and Sundays, but interview ke time pe be formal. I've seen some of the people saying that अपन अपना attitude रखेंगे, अपन अपनी personality रखेंगे, but that thing just doesn't work in a culture wherein clients are there, wherein so you have to regularly interact with clients, because the person with whom you are talking, you gel more with him if he is somewhat similar to you. Agar if there is a person who is like well dressed and all these things, and if he is talking to a person who is not even good combed and all this stuff, then he will not relate to it. So wo understanding rakho. And at the same time, guys, how you dress talks about your personality. होता क्या है guys, for example, if a person is doing good, then he will have his hairs combed, he will be properly trimmed, beard will be properly trimmed and all that stuff. He will look decent. That is what it happens. If the person is not properly combed, if his buttons are open, two buttons are open, if shirt is not properly tucked in, if a person is wearing a bracelet, if person is wearing a chain, it talks about his personality. It talks about his personality. So whatever you are appearing for, if you are appearing for a job, you should be dressed according to it. The closer to it, the better it is, because आपके साथ और भी लोग रहेंगे इंटरव्यू के लिए. If you feel that this person is somewhat closer to it, और अगर आप दोनों same page में, if you are dressed well, then they will get selected. Okay, so this is one aspect. Another thing is that do not look nervous. Nervousness जो है आपके body language से समझता है. Do not keep banging your feet, tapping your feet. Do not keep playing with your phone. Do not keep playing with the keychain. All these are the signs of nervousness. तो इस पे work करो इस पे. Maintain eye contact whenever we speak with someone. Maintain eye contact. It doesn't mean that you will completely look into his eyes for all 1 hour or 30 minutes of the interview. 60%, 70% eye contact is good, but eye contact is important. If you're not maintaining an eye contact, it gives the person that this person is not confident enough to speak with. So अगर आप बात करने के लिए भी कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं हो, तो फिर हाउ विल यू प्रोसीड फर्दर. सो कॉन्फिडेंस के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है. डू नॉट सिट लाइक दिस, ऐसा हाथ जो अपन फोल्डेड आर्म्स. डू नॉट सिट विद क्लोज्ड आर्म्स. व्हाट हैपेंस इज दैट, ये साइन रहती है. जनरली पीपल डू इट. यू आर टू सबमिसिव, or you are not opening up, you are hiding something. Normal better be like that, sit like that. Do not lean like this, do not go like this. Sit like that, normal posture में ऐसा हाथ ये करके normal posture में बैठो. It would be good for you. All these things matter. Much before you actually speak, बहुत सारे चीजों को आपके देख लिया जाता है. As how you enter the room, how you sit on the chair, how you talk, are you relaxed, are you nervous. आप बात करने से पहले ही समझ जाएगा रिक्रूटर या कोई भी बंदा जो आपको इंटरव्यू कर रहा है. HR इज नॉट ओनली अ रिक्रूटर. HR में भी काफी फंक्शंस रहते हैं. ये टैलेंट मैनेजमेंट है, रिक्रूटर है, सो दे विल ऑल इंटरव्यू यू. सैलरी के टाइम पे टैलेंट मैनेजर वाला आएगा, ही विल इंटरव्यू यू. अगर आपके इंटरव्यू में अगर आपका जो मैनेजर है, इफ ही फाइंड्स यू डाउटफुल, देन ही विल पिच इन HR एज वेल. दे बोथ विल इंटरव्यू यू टू अंडरस्टैंड वेदर हाउ द पर्सन वुड बी आफ्टर गेटिंग सिलेक्टेड. सो ये सब चीज़ें रहते हैं. बॉडी लैंग्वेज है, आई कांटेक्ट मेंटेन करो, रेस्टलेस मत करो, आर्म्स क्लोज मत करो, ग्रूम प्रॉपरली करो अपने आप को, पंक्चुअल रहो. गाइस बी पंक्चुअल इन एन इंटरव्यू, एंड बी डू नॉट फेक. ओके, द मोर यू आर व्हाट you are, you will automatically talk good. You will automatically talk good and things will be very well. And that is how you clear an interview, guys. Okay, that is how you clear an interview. So hope you understood it. Guys, all those who are there on Zoom, just ping if you understood few things and it was a helpful till now. Then we will move on to LinkedIn part और उसके बाद क्वेश्चन आंसर करके रैप करते हैं ना. और शांतनु, अकेला, अनिमेश, सीनम, just give a yes if you understood this part and it was helpful for you. उसके बाद जो है we'll just proceed. Just type yes or something. Okay. ठीक है guys, अभी बिफोर मूविंग अहेड, लिंक्डइन के बारे में बात करेंगे. लिंक्डइन के बारे में बात करेंगे बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ अस हैज लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल्स, बट देयर इज अ वे हाउ टू यूज इट. if you do not use your LinkedIn profile properly, people what they do, अपना LinkedIn profile बना लेते हैं. The LinkedIn profile is not even a detailed LinkedIn profile. So this is the problem with people. They make a LinkedIn profile, properly update नहीं करा होता, and they just start texting. Okay, managers को search करते हैं ऊपर LinkedIn में, वो search field में, and they start texting managers. Do you have some work for us? Can we start working with your organization? I'm looking for a job. Or they keep posting stating that my job dekh raha ho. Guys, do you really feel that by making this particular post you will directly get selected? No, because what happens is that as a human resource professional, as a recruiter human resource professional, if a recruiter is working on stuff, some stuff, you will get requirements and resumes for many channels. There might be one specific recruiter who is taking care of LinkedIn, but the way you are texting, there are many people who keeps testing them randomly. They do not have so many requirements. They do not have hundreds of requirements with them until and it's something big drive is coming in. They how will they select you guys? Yeah, you have to follow certain steps. You're right, Akila. So there are a few things, guys. First of all, uh, should I share my screen? Ek minute, guys. Just hold on. Comments. Just give me a sec, guys. I will just share my screen. Okay. I will just share my screen. I will just show you. No, okay. We all are in a discussion, so let me show it to you. That will be better for you. Mm, LinkedIn. Okay. Now, this is how LinkedIn looks. I'm showing this just to let you know the importance of updating its field and how do you do when you have a LinkedIn profile. Guys, your first section, you all can see my screen, right? ठीक है. तो ये जो फर्स्ट सेक्शन जो रहता है ना, this section is known as banner. Okay, this section is known as banner. ये जो है, more than half of the people they don't even fill this section. उसके बाद प्रोफाइल जो रहती है ना, प्रोफाइल पिक्चर, कुछ लोग करते हैं, कुछ लोग नहीं करते हैं, कुछ लोग करते हैं एकदम इनफॉर्मल टाइप में करते हैं, टी शर्ट ये वो पहन के करते हैं. दैट इज नॉट द वे. This section, people do not update it the way it should update. Guys, these three sections, whenever your profile goes in front of any person, these three sections give the first impression. So it should be approachable. For example, यहाँ पर जो whenever you upload your pic here, ensure that it's a formal one. This particular page known as banner page, it should this particular page known as banner page, it should let the recruiter know what you are. अगर आप आपके skill set update something related to your skill set, this should feel that what you are, what your expertise is, or what your passion is all about. अपने passion को denote करना चाहिए ये particular thing. As उसके बाद this particular section, this update it very well. If you are a fresher, update it like a Java developer looking to get in an industry, or fresher, then these things are known as pipes. Okay, ये जो लंबे लंबे lines दिख रहे हैं ना, we call it as pipe. So Java developer, fresher, want to become a developer, it's fresher, update this word there, because what will happen is as soon as you update word fresher, fresher के बाद line डालो, उसके बाद developer, wanted to be a software developer. By doing all these things, whenever someone searches you, यहाँ पर सर्च करते हैं recruiter, they will search you fresher. But now if they search for you in a fresher, then automatically they will get many things related to it. यहाँ पर if they go through the profile of people, यहाँ पर they will look all these things. So these things are appearing because they have updated fresher. Here this person has updated fresher, here this person has updated fresher. So you have to update fresher if you are a fresher. अब यहाँ पर फ्रेशर, उसमें वांटेड अगर स्पेसिफिक कोई स्किल सेट है, सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर है, जावा है, इट शुड रिफ्लेक्ट देयर, इट शुड रिफ्लेक्ट देयर. एंड उसके बाद यू रिमेंबर yesterday we discussed about resume. Yesterday we discussed about ATS friendly resume. What is the logic behind it? So what is the logic behind ATS friendly resume? We all discussed about it. Similarly वही लॉजिक यहाँ पे भी चलती है, बट द थिंग इज or keywords, we have to rank them. We have to rank our profile for the specific keywords. How, what I have done here, I have updated it as HR director, corporate trainer, the companies which I have worked with. So यहाँ पर this thing will have to be repeated here. About section में, about section का चला गया, about section, about section, about section, about section. So those things should be repeated here. HR leader वहाँ पर repeat हो रहा है, trainer वहाँ पर repeat हो रहा है. So these things are repeated here. So if you have worked in a specific skill set named Java or any mechanical or any engineering, whatever skill it should be, वहाँ पर repeat होना चाहिए, यहाँ पर वो word repeat होना चाहिए. Then automatically वो word के लिए your profile will start ranking. Similarly, third section जो होता है, that is this particular section, experience section. People do not update it. It should be in detail. जो ये experience section होता है, you should update your experience section in details. See, you have updated it. If you click, you will understand each company, what are the details. And the thing is, guys, you have to elaborate. If you have worked on a few companies, if you want to look, if you are looking for a job in one specific skill set, you have to elaborate more points related to that. And later on उसमें education डालो, फिर उसके बाद उसमें skills डालो, let the people endorse you. And by doing this, your profile, it is having a feel wherein it's good, it's completely updated. And once a person visits your profile, he will go here, he will look for your experience, he will say, okay, this person is really good. And if even if you are texting someone stating that please consider my profile, the first thing that they will do is they will come to your profile and they will see who you are. See, 112 search appearances. Like I was appeared in some 112 appearances, 186 profile views, and this particular thing, this particular section, कहाँ पर है? Featured section. Guys, whatever you do, whatever you post, this feature section में ना, you can just highlight that specific post. Yeah, you can highlight that specific link. You can just do add करके you can update those things, थोड़ा explore कर लो. By doing this, people will understand what is this person has been doing, इसका key expertise क्या है. It helps them to understand. Or activities, guys. I do remember कि Akhila said कि there is a system. She texted that there is a system and a process for doing it, right? Let's talk about some process. First is profile should be complete. Second thing, your activity section, guys. What you have been doing. Is it that you are posting something which is too controversial? Is it that your mindset, your post reflects your mindset? If you are looking for a job, you should be a person who is very good, who is a good team player, who gels up with different different teams, who is focused, and that is the person who generally will help be a good team player, good team person, good a team performer. But if you have been posting some irrelevant posts that gives a reflection that this person, he will make groups in office, he will stick to the person with specific groups, he would be like mess up things around, he would not be a good team player. So it doesn't happen, it doesn't work like that. You have to be formal, you have to be good, you have to be a good person at heart. If you are a good person at heart, that thing will reflect in your post. If you are like just overreactive, if you have been commenting something without having proper knowledge, if you have been making random posts by just listening to what others are saying, if you are in ping ponging one particular group and just pressurizing them, so is that what is expected from a professional? Professional should be a person who is, yes, those things are there, or your life is there, but the person who mixes well, gels up well with the team, be a good team player, and who is focused. If the person is involved in all this stuff which is not actually required for you in your life and not doing something productive, then this person usme hi atka rahega. Okay, so your post, right? If you are a Java, keep posting something related to Java. If you are into a specific skill set, try to share the knowledge. Let me show you an example. There's Akhila in this in the group, right? I know her. Akhila has been there as a part of the another season as well. We run something known as life transformation and career transformation. She's a part of that as well. Just have a look at her profile. Akhil, I'm just using your profile to see how things should be updated. Okay. So, okay, just let me tell you. LT platform helped me a lot in this scenario. Yeah, I just spoke about that. Okay. So see, now see if we talk about that, the about section, dekho, this section, dekho, uh, mainly I wanted to show you this section. Let's just look at the consistency. Look at the consistency and the attitude and the approach that should be there. A person who is focused will will showcase something productive. She is something related to Java. She's a Java thing. Like some of the skills, like peace of mind, all this stuff. These are all really productive things. If the person has a look at this, he will assume that the person, he will understand the person is having that good mindset and be consistent in that. And along with this, guys, keep showcasing your technical expertise as well, because ये सब चीजें देखकर ही person would be more like, okay, this person seems to be good. और उसके बाद, guys, there is another thing that you have to do. There is another thing that you have to do. What is that? Make connections. Everything work on connections. If you do not have a good connection, things won't work for you in a longer run. And LinkedIn is a platform wherein you work on connections. Randomly अगर मेरे को आके बोलेगा कोई मेरे को जॉब चाहिए, तो मैं, why will I risk my why will I risk my, what we say, people will say, if that person doesn't turns out to be good, people will say that अरे यार इसको रमीज ने recommend करा था यार. No, why will I risk myself, my name that I have in front of the people for something. So you have to need that rapport. So क्या होता है, right? If you have completed your education from one specific college, if you search that college name here, so what will happen is, आपके कॉलेज में से कितने भी पास आउट्स है, वो नाम आपको यहाँ पर मिलना शुरू हो गए. LinkedIn doesn't only work for short term goals, it works for long term goals as well. If you have a long term goal for working in one any specific skill set, any specific skill set, if you have a long term goal of working that, so what will you do? You will look for the person who are interested in those skill sets. You will visit their profile, you will see what these people are commenting, you will interact with them, you will comment with them on their comments. Then you will send a request stating that I have been following your content and it's really good, it's really helping me. Would you like to I would like to be a part of your connection, please accept my request. That is how you connect with people. That is how you connect with people. Randomly sharing things will not work. और ये जो connections रहते हैं, it will start working in the long run as well. और काफी सारे लोग रहते हैं guys LinkedIn पे जो कि job post करते रहते हैं. Take some time out, see those people who are doing that. Just see those people और वहाँ पर जाके start applying for jobs. But jobs apply करने से पहले LinkedIn को profile एक अपनी सही तरीके से upload करके रखो. दैट इज हाउ इट वुड बी. अगर आप प्रोफाइल्स के जॉब्स के लिए अप्लाई करोगे लिंक्डइन पे, तो मैं देखूंगा आपका प्रोफाइल जो है, मैं बोलूंगा ये प्रोफाइल सही नहीं है. Look at the consistency that the few people are following on LinkedIn. Look at my profile as well. I have been posting some of the stuff on regular basis. So you have to be consistent. You just have to be consistent. If you want to see, guys, if you really want to be consistent, there is a program named Life Transformation, the career transformation. Many people have been doing it. It is run by Mr. Tausif. I will share you that link as well in the particular description. Zoom पे दूंगा और अपने YouTube पे जो है, I will update the link there as well. So do it. All these things doesn't happen in a single day time, but yes, these things do work. So, okay, guys, before wrapping up, right? All these people, yesterday we discussed about a program, right? जो अपना one like 30-day का workshop है. The people who have like shared it, made the payments through Google Pay. I will share the template with them. Just fill that template and share it with me, because I will have to get them manually those details filled in that. And for those who do not know what I am talking about, we have come up with a 30-day program. This program is a 30-day program. We are charging some 200 rupees for that. And by being a part of this membership program, you get an opportunity to get a cover letter reviewed. You will get a sample of cover letter. You will get your resume reviewed. You will get a sample of ATS friendly resume. You will get your LinkedIn profile reviewed. You would get suggestions. Along with that, you will get an opportunity to speak with me twice in this 30 days. There will be online support provided to you in specific timeline. So, and there will be specific exclusive videos, 2 videos in this 30 days time. We'll keep you updated. So whoever is looking for a job, whoever wants to apply for that, they can still apply for that. It's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing thing. I'm repeating, but I already got few of the nominations. You too can keep apply. You too can apply for that. When it comes to link, the link will be shared on the YouTube platform again. The link, just give me a sec, guys. The link ये अपना जो है ये कल का है. Yesterday someone asked me for the link here. Wait. Guys, keep your questions ready. We are coming to. It won't be the question to see your resume. Because at. Wait, guys. I'm just sharing this link with you. Meanwhile, keep posting your questions ready. So this is how you can. I'm just pasting and sharing this link with you. Meanwhile, I'm just stopping my screen share. Okay, just stop sharing the screen. ठीक है. So ये link है, guys. ये लिंक पे इट्स लाइक मिनिमम 200 का चार्ज है, बिकॉज अगर चार्ज ही नहीं करेंगे तो यू वोंट फील इंटरेस्टेड. आई वोंट फील इंटरेस्टेड. देयर शुड बी सम चार्ज. दैट इज हाउ यू विल बी फोकस्ड इन इट. और फ्री तो अपन, दैट इज व्हाट वी डू मेनी थिंग्स इन आवर प्लेटफॉर्म व्हिच आर वेरी मच फ्री. बट व्हेन यू अटैच सम प्राइस टू इट, यू आल्सो फील लाइक ओके, समथिंग इज रियली हैपनिंग. ठीक है. और 200 rupees is nothing. People have been charging 1,500 rupees for reviewing your cover letter and all that stuff, and I don't feel any value in that, because that is just too much for a person who is looking for a job. There are other programs, but this program is best. ठीक है. So those who want to do, I've shared the link. उसको करो. We will keep communicating with you. And now, coming to the question and answer section. Whatever question you have related to this particular meeting, this particular session, interview में how to crack it, और क्या चीजें होती है interview में, then just raise it. Feel free to raise it. And meanwhile, guys, interview में होता क्या है? Whenever bulk hiring, whenever it happens, right? There are ways how people segregate people out. For example, एक group discussion होते हैं, just a minute session होते हैं. So if you are going for any bulk walk-in interview 1-to-1, this you will be asked to be a part of group discussions. If you do not clear that group discussion, if you are not able to talk properly, if you are not able to use your communication properly, if you are not looking that sensible, communication sahi nahi hai, so they will reject you. You will not even reach the further level of interview. For example, 50 log में से 30 people will be rejected there itself. So prepare, start talking with the people, start communicating with the people. Or just a minute session is another session. That is how we used to do. We used to form groups of 50 to 30 members each. And we used to ask someone to speak for 1 minute on any topic. At times we used to suggest them, at times we used to suggest them to choose their own topic. And they have to speak for just 1 minute. And we just used to see how the person is speaking. If the person is able to speak, then he will move to the other round. If a person is unable to speak, then he will not clear the round. So have a discussion. You should know how to speak, prepare some topic, keep your general questions ready, be prepared for general questions which are generally asked. Tell me something about yourself, take me through your resume, why should we hire you, what are your positive strengths, what do you want, where do you want to see yourself in 3 years time. So ये सब questions के बारे में ready रहो. ठीक है. And all those who have already registered for this yesterday, your membership will start 2 days after registration. We will work with you, communicate with you through email or web, WhatsApp. Mostly it's going to be email. So be on top of that. If you get something not in your email, just check your spam as well. You would get something there. Okay? And we'll keep working with you. So be on top of that. Abhi now coming to the question answer session. As किसको question answer है तो please raise करो. Hope this session has helped you. Okay. Hope this session has helped you. Shantanu, do you have any questions, Shantanu?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Um,
how can we recognize the genuine post on LinkedIn? Because, sir, many times I just give my details on many notifications of the jobs, and they started selling selling me courses and servers. That's why I'm
see,
asking.
see, there are two type of people who post jobs on LinkedIn. First thing is the actual recruiter. जो actual recruiter who already is recruiting for his own company. Suppose if you are working with Accenture, if you are recruiting people from Accenture, then uske details mein, uske profiles mein, you will know that this person is working for Accenture. That will do half the work. Then there are other people who are freelancers. और ये जो कंपनीज रहते हैं ना, इन लोग के जो ईमेल आईडीज रहते हैं, दीज ईमेल आईडीज वुड बी लाइक व्हाट इज योर नेम, shantanu.raghu@accenture.com. So extension जो रहता है ना, these belongs to those companies. Or there is again second category of people. What these people do is इन लोग जो रहते हैं, they are more like freelancers. They work with different companies, but they are not attached to any specific company. They don't have any specific bond with the company. MOU के हिसाब से इन लोग काम करते हैं. So इन लोग के जो IDs में exception रहता है, वो Gmail वाला रहता है. So what you have to do is, in look, so you not outright say that which post is genuine, which post is not genuine. But what you have to do is, guys, uh, try to see first of all grammatical mistakes नहीं रहते हैं. If there is a genuine post, उसमें proper job description रहता है, years of experience रहते हैं, company का नाम रहता है, and people will not randomly ask you to type interested in their post. The people who generally type ask you to type interested in their post, generally those are just for the sake of getting more comments or something like that. If the job description is not properly written, if there are grammatical mistakes, if it is not organized properly, then it again is a sign of fake job. Other than that, once the process starts, you can again know whether whether the job is right or job is wrong, whether it's a good job, right, perfect job or not. Because there are many signs. Just give me a sec. I will just share you one link. Okay, just give me a sec. Just give me a sec. I want you to go through this if you have not been through this. एक minute रुक जाओ. I have made a video, a detailed video on this. Okay, are you there on this group, Shantanu, or Bright Career Successful Life in the YouTube channel?
Uh,
YouTube channel जो है, see, just have a look at this link. You will, by just looking at it, you will understand how to identify the potential fake jobs. Because काफी सारे scams भी हो रहे हैं. People take money and they run away. People don't care about sentiments and emotions. Quick numbers रहते हैं and they don't even get tracked. Numbers जो रहते हैं change करते हैं, fake numbers से करते हैं. So just go through this link. It would help you to maximize the possibility of you and to understand how the job is, whether it's fake or not.
okay, sir.
ठीक है, चलो अभी और कुछ, एनीथिंग एल्स?
No, sir.
ठीक है, अखिला कुछ है तो देन अखिला
Sir,
एनीथिंग?
where is the link?
I posted it on Zoom. Okay, it only went to Akhila, is it? Wait. Are you there in the WhatsApp group,
Yes,
Shantanu?
sir. Yes, sir.
See, this is our WhatsApp YouTube. This is our YouTube channel wherein we keep sharing some of the knowledge on the basis of the experience that we have. Okay,
Okay,
this
sir.
is the
I will subscribe.
channel. Yeah, please subscribe. And उसमें that is what makes us different from the normal job post. Job post group बहुत सारे हैं जहाँ पर job आते रहते हैं, but you don't know how to apply for it, how to do things right. Then basically it won't make any sense. Uh, and there is one more thing, Shantanu. There is one more link which I am sharing with you. Okay, just give me a sec. This group will be helpful for you. This is again our group which is managed by Tausif. He is an IT director. Okay, it is more about career transformation and life transformation, life career balance. Just be a part of this group. uh,
Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm also in that group.
हाँ, तो देखो, subscribe to this YouTube channel and see these videos. These will be helpful for you. और यही
Okay.
वीडियो पे अपने चैनल whatever we did now it's live on the same YouTube platform.
Okay.
ठीक है, ठीक है शांतनु, चलो टेक केयर, ऑल द बेस्ट.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Akila said no question. ठीक है guys, चलो we'll wrap up. We'll wrap up on a positive note. So guys, have patience. Whatever we do, things do not turn magically in your favor. Have patience and step by step keep working towards it, and you will see a real good difference. Take care, guys.